In this video, I'm gonna show you how to create this ridiculously colorful liquid text using Photoshop. So let's get started. Hey, what's up guys, Dhruval here, back with another video, and as you can see, the final output looks really crazy and colorful, but it's actually surprisingly easy to create. Not only that, it doesn't take a lot of time, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. But before we start, a quick word from our sponsor, Wondershare Uniconverter. They have multiple features in their software for video, audio, and photo editing, and the one I want to focus on is their background remover. Now here you can select all the photos from your computer that you want to remove the background of, hit open, it will import them in the software, and you just simply hit on the start button. If this pop-up comes up, all you have to do is just click on the continue trial. The software will remove the background and save the photos. Not only that, you can go ahead and click on this little edit button and it will open the background editor. Here you can add any image or select any of the solid colors. Now I can save this photo, or I can click on apply all button. This will add the same background to all the pictures. As you can see, now I have all the photos with the same background saved on my computer. So it can be a huge time saver if you remove a lot of background on daily basis. And thank you to Wondershare for sponsoring this video. Now let's get on to the effect. To create this effect, we need to create a new document. So go to File and go to New. The size is 1000 by 1000. This effect takes a lot of computer power, so careful with the higher sizes. I'm keeping my resolution to 300 and create. We need a black background. So when you are here, just simply press Ctrl I and you can turn it to black. Now let's type in the text. So I'm gonna get the text tool, click, and let's type something meaningful. Now we will be using gradients that used to be in Photoshop, but now it's hidden. To activate them, you need to go to your window and select the gradient tab. Here, go to this burger icon and you will see this legacy gradients. So when you click on them, you will have the legacy gradients. Usually they're not here. You need to go here and activate. Now we don't need it, close the gradient. Now go to your adjustment layers, select a gradient map. And in the gradient map, go here. So now you will have legacy gradients in the list. Click here, go to legacy default gradients, click here and select one of the most colorful gradient ever created. So go ahead, hit OK, and then change the blend mode of this to color. Looks like nothing happened, but if you zoom in real hard, you will see that it has a little bit of color on the edges. That's the magic. Okay. So setup is ready. We are like 50% done. Not even kidding. We're that far in the video. Now create a new blank layer. So click on this layer icon, and this layer should be between your gradient map and your text layer, exactly in the middle, and name it Magic. It kind of feels like magic using trick, not gonna lie. Now to do the magic, right click here and select your smudge tool, and here strength should be 50%. Then if you do something and nothing happens, that means your sample all layer is completely turned off, which I did it right in front of you, so it kind of makes the example pointless, but you get the point. Go ahead and turn on your sample all layers, because we need to sample all 3 layers at the same time. Now go ahead and paint. So just drag it down and you will see that now it's creating this really amazing rainbow patterns. So if you are reckless, as you can see, it doesn't look very good. There is a method to the madness. To make it look a little bit nicer, go ahead and drag it down a little bit carefully. And once you start seeing these colors that pop up, make your brush a little bit smaller and stretch them out as much as you can. So it's not overly covered by, just the text on top. So now go ahead and drag it out as much as you can. Another trick, if you want to fill in these gaps, there's a trick. Just click and hold your mouse and then do these circles like this. So click, hold, and then move it in circles and it will fill up the gaps easily. 90% of the work is done. It's that easy, not kidding. But it still feels a little bit unfinished, and to make it feel like a complete piece, we can add some textures. For that, go ahead and create a new blank layer on top of everything and fill that with black color. So I'm just gonna press Alt backspace and black color. Then right click on the layer, convert to smart object. Now go to filter, noise, add noise. Keep it somewhere around 10 pixels, doesn't matter. Remove monochromatic if you want colorful noise. I don't like it, so I'm gonna keep it black and white. Hit OK. Change the blend mode of this layer to screen. Now we have really nice noise texture. The reason for smart filter is double click. Now we can double click here and then change it to whatever intensity we like. So again, 9 looks fine. Hit OK. On top of it, I added another texture that I found on the internet. So go to filter, place embedded, select this texture. The download link is in description. Place it. Make it big. Don't stretch it too much. Little bit is okay. Hit OK and change the blend mode of this to screen. Now you must be like, damn, that's too much texture. Yes, it is. So go ahead, create new adjustment layer and select levels. Turn it into a clipping mask so it will only affect the texture, and then drag the slider to the right and you can remove a lot of white fringing. And this way you can add in some textures. Not only that, we have a bunch of colors in front of us, so we can now mess around however we want. For example, I can go ahead, create new adjustment layer and select hue saturation. And then I can move around this slider and create whatever color combination. This looks sick, to be honest. I like it. Wow. That's one thing. I'm gonna delete this for now. Now let me show you how I created that galaxy text with like more pastelish rainbow feeling. For that, turn off your gradient map. You actually don't need it. Turn it off. Then create a new blank layer on top of your magic layer. Get your gradient tool, and in the gradients here, go to your legacy gradients, and you should have in the color harmonies this really nice gradient. It's a bit more on a pastel side. Hit OK. Then draw it like this. Then right click here and create a clipping mask. So that will only affect the magic layer. Then change the blend mode of this layer to exclusion. Now get your eraser and erase it from the outside where we don't need. Make sure the eraser is very soft so you get nice fading. Now create new adjustment, get hue saturation and make the saturation all the way to 100. And you will get this strange color effect where it kind of feels pastel but everything is saturated to death. I don't know how it works, looks lovely. So this is how I created this pastelish feeling. Hey, Dhruval from the future here, and when I was editing the video, I realized that I forgot one of the very important step. So I recreated the file, as you can see here. This time I added a little bit more of like waves. So the step is about adding more glow. To do that, basically you take your magic layer and you make a copy of it. So Ctrl J and rename it to glow. Now right click on this layer and convert it to smart object. Then you go to your filter, blur and Gaussian blur, and here add a lot of blur, like more than 100 pixels. So I'm gonna keep it to, let's say, 130. Looks fine. Hit OK and change the blend mode of this layer to screen. So at this point it's a bit too strong, but you simply change the opacity to 50% and there you go. So if I turn it on and off, you can see that it makes it feel more uniform and looks nicer. It's just an example. You can do a lot with this effect. It's really versatile, looks amazing. So thank you for watching. I really hope that you learned something from this video. I'll see you next time. Till then, goodbye, take care, and have some fun with Photoshop.